Good morning. It's going to get a little busy here. Love to hear what thoughts are on the sound today. Okay, cut that. Hey, Joe, good morning. What's going on, Joe? Joe, a favor to ask, and that is let me know how this sounds this morning. Love to get your take on it. Put this up. A little more contrast, a little more detail. Okay. I think that's good. Audio is okay. Sharp picture. Just don't scream. Hey, Ken. Good morning. Ray, what's going on? Joe is at this point. It's beautiful. Space Noid. Morning, George. Morning, Ken. What's up, man? Guys, let me know what you think. I've just got a new microphone thrown on here. I'm just kind of curious as to how it sounds. Sounds better, worse than past? Ray. Oops. Doing stuff. Isn't the high rate can a move from? I think it is. I think that now that you're bringing it up, I think the answer is yes, you are correct. So we're going to hear back if I hear from Joe. I am curious if the sound is better, worse, same. Damn it. I really hope that this stuff starts to clear up somewhere. Seems decent, some high-end distortion, really. Okay, let's try something here. How about now? Better, worse? It's more crackly on my end. Interesting. Okay, I might be overdriving the audio. Trying to get this balanced out a little bit. Like I said, I've got a new microphone today. It's So I can actually, something that we, I hate superlatives. All sound is good. All sound is good. That seems a little better. Does it seem a little quieter? Okay. Like I said, unfortunately, I don't have any kind of like software on here that'll tell me, yes, you're overdriving or what have you. I'll have to experiment a little bit with it, but this is an experimentation today. I guess in theory, I need to be sitting closer to the microphone. Anyway, happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope your Mondays went well. Mine was certainly entertaining. It's like it's picking everything. It's like it's picking everything hard. Okay. Not sure I understood that, Joe. If you could clarify again. One of the I think the struggles that I think we're certainly seeing, and this isn't it's hard not to dip into politics given the craziness that's going on here, but I'm trying not to. Boy seems to have some fremitus. Really? They're doing a guided tour of the storage hangar at the Air Museum. I might go. Why not? If you got the time, go for it. I think the world that we're living in right now is certainly indicating that the ability to, and this has been something I think that's been coming for a very, very long time, that we have a world we're now in where we've lost the ability to know when we've not necessarily done wrong, but when we may not have done right, and then just say, let me course correct. The mic is sensitive. It might be. This is the mic that I'm using is a mic that's designed for podcasting. It's just something that we had kicking around at the office, and I wanted to give it a try. So I guess ultimately it's going to be, do I keep it or not? If the microphone built into the camera was working well enough, maybe I'll just keep that. But I thought this was a nice way to go. One of the other big benefits is it gives me the ability to instantly mute. I'm going to mute right now. And now I'm unmuted. Just very quickly be able to do that without having to go to the laptop. So, but I think what it comes down to, like I said, I'm not looking to make it into an introspection. A political conversation, but we're in a world right now where I think that the ability to self-reflect is remarkably challenged. I don't think people do. I think it's almost like the attitudes. Green Plays OG. Hello, it's me again. Hello, Green Plays. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. Good start to the day. Good end to the day. But we're in a world right now where I think we're like kids in a playground. You know, even if you do wrong, instead of saying, "Hey, sorry," it's you go and become even worse. You know, and I'm not saying this purely on the political side. I mean, the other issue is actually it's more work related. We've got the owner of our company yesterday. I had a blowout with him again yesterday. You know, it's not good when you have to tell somebody who's in their 70s that, guy, you got to get your shit straight. You know, things are inefficient. Yeah, because you're creating inefficiency. And instead of doing self-reflection, thinking about, okay, what am I not doing right? It's instantly somebody else is doing something wrong. I'm good. Sometimes I'm busy and can't join live, but I'm here. Hey, I totally understand. We've been doing this for like over 5 years now. First five on Instagram, and now here. So I've had people pop in when they can. If you can make it, great. And if you can't, I totally get it. Life is life. Richie, good morning, brother. What's going on? And I think that's kind of the frustration that I've been feeling, the personal frustration. And it's top down. It's literally from the heads of our government right now, through a number of our religious leaders, through the people that we work for, and even some of our friends and relatives. It's just fascinating to me that we cannot say, you know what, I'm sorry. You know what, let me think about this, and legitimately think about it. Not go, let me think about it. No, I kind of a response. Accountability are tough and rare things these days. It's important to take a step back sometimes. Exactly right. And this is kind of what I'm saying about, and this is this wasn't designed to be a political thing today. This is designed to be more of a conversation about the fucking craziness that I have to deal with at work every fucking day. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm actually okay. I did a nice job of cleaning up the room next to me. My daughter's having a friend over tonight, and they're going to be watching a movie in the theater. So I wanted to kind of spruce it up, and I felt good getting it done. Look, it's actually almost looking reasonable in there. So that was pretty nice. Good way to end the day. That, listening to some music and doing some cleaning up and working on my model collection was good. Sometimes you see trickle down behavior when larger stages in flux. I hope so, because right now, yeah. Today's apology is to double down on. Yeah. And you know what? And remember the first time I heard that term? It's been a few years. And now I'm hearing that term so incessantly, it's making me want to throw up. Oh, wow. You're going to join them with the movie? Nah, they're going to go do their thing. I'm going to be upstairs doing something else, probably just snapping together something. Tell them to get some work done on the dendrobium. Oh, yeah. It's kind of hard to miss in that room. It's like this block of plastic on a bunch of boxes. This is why I don't do politics. Richie, this isn't even about politics, man. This is top down. Richie, you've talked about it yourself. How many times have you worked for people? How many friends or family do you know who, instead of saying, you know what, I fucked up and I'm sorry, or you know what, let me rethink that. You might have a point. Or even we do the same thing. It's like, you know what, let me rethink my strategy here. I'm sorry, I think you might be right. This is not about politics, purely about politics. But frankly, and I'll just say this as a side, people need to start getting involved in what's going on here. Just at least keeping your eyes open to what's going on, the craziness in the world. I'm not saying that people need to necessarily, join a party or what have you, but at least be observant of what's going on in the world. And that kind of starts at this local level that I'm talking about right now. Sorry in my house had to be explained. Sorry also means I don't want to do it again. Yes, legitimately. Nick, what's going on, brother? Good morning. I'm in summer right now, going to 7th grade in a few months. You're going to 7th grade? Wow. Green plays. My older daughter just graduated high school. And I remember when she was going into 7th grade. I remember when my older daughter was going into 7th grade. My God, so many years ago. So the point I'm just trying to make on all of this is, this isn't believe it or not, it filters from the top down. This isn't about politics. This is just about just the day to day. I know I've made many mistakes. And in fact, there's a lot of mistakes I've made at the office. In fact, I had my general manager turn to me and just say, stop apologizing. Look, things happen. Don't worry about it. I said, yeah, but I know I screwed up on this. And she goes, but just stop. It's like, but if you make a mistake, own the mistake. Own the mistake. But we can't do that anymore. I think as a society, we're kind of like we're struggling with that. I'm always alert if I take it a day and live a happy life. Yeah, absolutely. And Richie, I truly hope, and I say this, I'm not saying this in any negative way. I truly hope that your ability to kind of keep those blinders on I hope that you're able to maintain that. I genuinely mean that. I think we're in a place right now where it's not 100% easy, but I hope that can happen. Sorry, in my house means extra hours at the intersection. Right. Well, years ago, I used to scold my kids all the time. It's like, I'm sorry. Don't say sorry. If you just say sorry and don't actually change behavior, then it doesn't matter anyway. And that's the other part of this, the company that I work for, every now and then, he'll rarely say sorry, but when he does, he repeats the problem. It's not like he corrects the behavior. I'm kind of growing a beard because I feel hair on my chin and top of my lip. Wow. That's awesome. I think you may need a diffuser for the mic, like a mic socket. It's possible. If the sound is that problematic, I'll just take the microphone out of the mix. Hey, Lucas, good morning. If it's that problematic, it'll just come out. The only other thing I can do is I'm going to try this as well. All right, I just turned it down a little bit more. Let's see if that helps a little bit. The thing is, I got cascading volume controls, I believe, on the mic and in the computer. Oh, dip. Lucas. What's going on, Lucas? Welcome. Yeah, so yesterday was a bit of a, and it's funny, we have these Monday meetings, and it's like every time we sit down at them, it's like you can already tell George is pissed because I've got this scowl on my face. It's like, let's get through this bullshit. And as we're starting to progress, when things get more and more, just say foolish, it's kind of hard not to bite the tongue and just say enough. There we go. Let's carbon away some of this plastic a little bit. We're going to round. I'm very close to finishing off on the recent release of the Dunbine, the P Bandai release. That's a really good model. Sometimes I go live, but nobody joins, but I can't see the live chat. It is because I'm going live on phone screen share. Yeah. Sometimes it's a little difficult. I've just transitioned over to a computer because of all the problems I was having with my phone and YouTube. Who knows? Maybe I'll go back. Depends on how I feel. Lucas is dipping. Does it have a squelch? I don't think so. Remember when? Did anybody remember CB radios? Let's see if show of hands if anybody remembers a CB radio. I remember when they had squelches on those things. I'm trying to think if I still have mine. I think I finally, I don't know. I think we got rid of it when we cleaned out everything from my mom's house. Looking like an emo kid shopping with his mom at JCPenney. Like, geez. Oh, God, yeah. Damn, squelch is a cool word. Squelch is a great word. Yeah. Squelch is an awesome word. Is that the word of the day or the word of the week? Squelch. Will it be? Yeah, Joe, I remember doing that as well. In fact, I use that example quite often. You know, I remember when my mom and I went shoe shopping when I was younger. I don't think I was a kid, but I was like, I didn't want to go shoe shopping. I was pissed. She walked into Florsheim shoes with, and she's like, okay, let's find you a pair. Put on like a bunch. I remember one pair trying on. I don't like these. These are awful. And she's like, fine, let's leave. So we did. We went back the next week. That last pair that I tried on, I'm like, these are pretty nice, actually. She goes, there you go. Why don't we pick those up? Sometimes just walking away is not a bad thing. I need something a little stiffer in here. Just having a little hard time getting in here and getting this thing done. It's a little too raised right now. It's going to continue to pull it back a bit. New word tomorrow is better than squelch. Love it. Yeah, man, I don't know how to go to screen sharing on my PC and see the live. That's smart. Then I have to use hotspot on my PC, and I can't use it. Oh yeah, that'll eat up a lot of your hotspot. Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, it's a new word. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. Is squelch a female Sasquatch? You misspelled Sasquatch. It's kind of like, but I'm assuming that nobody raised their hands. You don't know what a CB radio is. Wow, kind of funny as hell. I even remember my handle. I haven't used a CB radio, and it's got to be heading into 45 years. Fad that came in and fad that went out. In fact, I wonder, do truckers even use CB radios anymore? Gotta ask Handren. I'm gonna have to ask Handren. Are you not seeing my comments? Oh, nope, I see it now. Sorry, I bypassed you. I'm seeing your comments now. Thank you. I know what a CB radio, yeah. You have one in your truck. Do you use it? And if yes, what for? One of the things I guess that was really cool about CB radios is talk about being able to just communicate with a whole variety of different people. You know, we can all thank Burt Reynolds. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Wasn't that great? Not gonna lie, having recently watched Smokey and the Bandit, it's not a bad film. It had its fun moments. It's dated, but it had its very fun moments. Buying CB radios for my wife, and I traded in her SUV for a Bronco. She wants to go on 4x4 trails. So what's the benefit of having a CB radio for that? Not so much anymore, except for the weather alerts. Really? So they do broadcasting weather alerts on there. Interesting. I prefer Clint Eastwood. I got to watch that. I haven't watched, God, what was the name of that film? I haven't watched that film since it came out. I'm going to go and I watch some shorts. Have a nice day. Green Plays, YouTube, brother. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your day. Didn't have blooper reels at the end. I believe it did. I will. Just the ability to communicate with people like that, you know, while on the road. What a great way to... And I understood it was like a great thing for truckers to be able to stay awake and stay in communication and know what local conditions are like. It's a great idea. But thinking back on it now, again, it's just what a great way to just have like a terrific tool to be able to communicate with others. All right, we need to get something else in there. Let's see what we got. We have to go to raw sandpaper. Any which way you can. Yeah. Which way you can, but lose. Yep. That was my thought anyway. It's a good thought. Bye. Yeah, we use them on the trails. Easy for a group to communicate. Yeah, that's great. So that's what you use them on. I love it. Yeah, terrific idea. Anyway. Love a CB radio. Like I said, I don't think I have mine anymore. I think I finally just got rid of it when we closed out my mom's house. The funny part is if I actually had it, I don't think I'd do anything with it. So it's probably best that I don't have it. Okay, that's looking good. Let's get in here a little bit. I use mine to communicate with other panhandlers. That's good. That way you guys know who's going where. Yeah, see, that's pretty smart thinking. So what's your panhandle name? What do you call signs? It's fascinating that you have a license to be able to do that. Back in the day. Okay. There we go. Look a little less sharp, which is what I wanted. I'm going to flood this area with some CA in a moment. My CV name is Midas. Break 19. I got a good tipper over here. I'll be my mind all day. Panhandling CB names, exactly. I think Ken's really a lot lizard. I think you're right. Did you break out the Radio Shack walkie-talkie this morning? Uh-oh. Peter, how bad is the sound? Is it really that bad? Ray, shush. Good morning, Peter, by the way. Yeah, I'm wondering if I'm actually just too far away from him. Like you're on an intercom. He's got a Cobra CB. I actually did have a Cobra CB back in the day. Worst sound, especially with my earbuds. Worst sound. All right. Let's see what happens if I do this. I'm gonna disconnect. Let us see. Let's see what happens. Sound. Input. Output device, don't care. Input device, input volume. Yeah, it's kind of okay. Gain too high. Actually, I just turned down the gain. I mean, I can turn it down some more. How's that? Is that any better? An air horn and a trucker. Roll with it. Roll with it. 40 foot. Someone's compensating. At a CB ray with a 40-foot antenna. Yeah, exactly. Does it go to 11? I think it did. No difference. This is no different than it was before. Where are my settings? Let's see if I can do something here. Nope, not going to do that. So I want to see if I actually have the ability to make any changes here. Ours goes to 11. I bet it does. No difference. That's my mute. Share screen. I'm looking actually at, it's funny because now I'm looking at, let me turn this up a little bit. I'm looking at my little meters down here telling me what's going on. I just jacked this thing up. I think it's already on 12. I think so too. Voice is lower, seems fine. Yeah, but unfortunately, that's kind of what you don't want. You want some dynamics, right? Voices have dynamics. Okay, let's leave it there and see what happens. Well, let's put it this way. It was a good experiment. Might try something else. It may be that I need to be sitting closer to it, and I'm not going to do that. So it looks like this thing doesn't have it's not doing what I need it to do, which is kind of funny because the cheaper microphone's actually doing pretty much better. Hey, Tom, good morning. Where's the mic? How close are you to it? I'm about 10 inches away from it. You'll have to do a Casey Kasem impression to even it out. Yeah, one of these days. What's going on, Tom? Anyway, I'm not going to mess with it now. It is what it is. We got this today. Enjoy it. Tomorrow will be. It won't be here. Maybe back it up. Nah, you don't. This is not one of. I don't think it's a backup kind of mic. You're at work. It's a cardio designed to be somewhat close to it. And again, it could be that I just need to be closer to it and then just adjust the gains, but it is what it is. We want that sweet, sweet audible chocolate on the airways. Chocolate, huh? Here is George with the top 40. Yeah. Take the wax paper off the mic. Yeah, there was wax paper. Like I said, I'm going to experiment with this microphone because it's just not immediately. But tomorrow I'll go back to the camera mic. Okay. Okay. We've got that. We've got that. It's a little too raised. I might just live with it. I want Sultry George back. You want Sultry George? Is that when the voice goes up and down, up and down? He actually had a kazoo surgically implanted and doesn't know how to tell us. Exactly. Remember when the problem was the platform? Those days. Oh, I know. What did you do to the laptop mic? What did I do? I actually just installed I'm testing out a podcasting mic. That's it. I've been reading studies on riot behavior. Pretty interesting. Really? ASMR George. How about Okay. All right. We're going to leave that be. Now we're just going to hit this with CA. No, we're not. We're going to get another little piece in the front here to kind of do a little bit more gap filling right there. Let's measure, shall we? Yeah, too much reflectivity. Same thing, 9 mil. Now we're going to go to something over here. We want to do, I think we're going to do 0.4 mil. 0.4 by 1. Mine is a solid 2.5. A solid 2.5. Wait, what are you measuring? Measuring things so I can make stuff. In fact, let's do a little bit of cleanup since I'm not getting a little bit of bench encroachment. I thought he was measuring something specific. I am. I was measuring something very specific. Let's get some coffee tossed in. I'm going to try to place this piece. Very specific. Yeah, that'll do. Did quite nicely. So I'm putting in right in that gap right there in the front. I'm going to be dropping in a little piece of plastic. Make the gap a little bit bigger, or smaller, I should say. The other bigger. And also to clean up this edging a little bit. Oops. Blade. Losing it a little bit inside here. Let's see if I can extract. Yeah, fuck. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. There we go. There we are, right there. All right, hit it with a little bit of thin cement, then I'm going to hit it with some CA afterward. Okay. Just got a little piece of plastic right there, just to fill in that gap a bit more. In fact, I'm just going to hit it with CA at this point. However, part of it is still sliding down. That I don't want. That's a little better, and I'll do a little sanding on this afterward, but there we go. Parfait. Now it's gap fill. Anyway, anybody working on anything right now? Or are you guys just kind of all trying to wake up? You have an external mic? I have an external mic. I have one built into my camera, which I'm not using. That's what I've been using recently. And today I've been using an outboard camera. Excuse me, an outboard microphone. Separate mic. Let's put away plastic. Turn it away for a test. I'm going to, at this point, Lucas, I'm kind of done with it. I'm going to probably experiment later on. I'm going to leave it be. Today is just going to be a day that it is. Today was a test. Maybe I'll test it again another time, but I actually want to get some model work done. I don't want to spend the majority of my session trying to figure out a microphone. Working, motivating myself to go to work. Yeah, I hear you on that. How's the day going to be? And Nick, any news yet? You should put a foam thing over the camera. Put a foam thing over the camera? You mean like cover up the camera? What? The way talking to yourself, it was good. Yeah. And again, it's the pickup pattern on the microphone. It's the proximity. You have to be sitting next to these things. Cleaning up house a little, but I got the boat I am working on now and jumping back to the 135th helicopter. Nice. Got motivated by lawn work. Nice. Even better. I mean, Mike. Foam thing over the camera. Yeah. I think it is kind of funny that you want me to put a foam thing over the camera. Yeah. Hide yourself, George. Is that that all new cutter? Yeah, that's the RP Tools cutter. I picked it up about, I don't know, 6 months ago, 9 months ago, and I dig it. There we go. No word yet. Checked in, and it says they are reviewing applications. Yeah. Okay. Keeping fingers crossed for you, brother. Foam over the mic. The mic. Yes, I know. The plane. I get it. Have you seen the boat diorama for the figures I am making? I don't think so, Joe. Where are you posting that? There we go. There we go. It's looking pretty sharp. Thanks. Of course. I think I posted it on Busca, but I've been lazy with hashtags as well. Yeah. I've taken a bunch of photos recently, and I should probably just post things. I've not even recently. I haven't taken photos. I just haven't posted anything on Blue Sky in a while. Like I said, I just kind of felt like stepping away felt good. Stepping away felt good. Okay, that's done. Turn the page. Yeah, time flies when you're having fun. 5 more minutes. There we go. Now let's get that fillet in. I'll show you what we got going on in just a second, guys. There we go. All right. So our negative posts on Blue Sky consider chemical trails. I guess they could. Would that be contrails, not chemical? I work for an hour now, sitting here thinking crazy halfway through the year. I know, halfway through the year. It is kind of crazy, isn't it? How's the new promotion and the shit ton of money that's rolling in treating you, Lucas? There we go. So we got that piece in, and I just laid down a bunch of blue CA. And then on the other side, I did the same thing. Just lay down a fillet and did some gap filling. We're going to leave it just like that until tomorrow. Hard to believe we're almost halfway through this year. All right. So with that, good. Paying off my debts, working on investing some for future. Good for you. Good for you. All right, we're going to put away the plastic. I'm going to call it a session. There we are. All right, my friends. Thank you for being on this morning. Thank you for putting up with the microphone test. Like I said, it'll probably helping others, as it should be. Good for you, Lucas. Got 6 more hours of work to go. Good for you. Just gave my wife's uncle my Dodge pickup. Wow. Good. Damn. Lucas, you are a very kind person. And it sounds like you are living. You're the embodiment of the person you follow. Let's visit later, fellas. New tires, the works. Wow. Good for you. Guys, stay safe and stay sane. Every day is getting crazier and less. I'm going to use the term. I'm not going to use the term. Save it for Thursday. It's getting crazier. It's getting less human. Let's see what we can do to change that. How about this? Be like Lucas. Go out there and do good like Lucas. Maybe you can't give away a truck, but you can give something. You can do a little something for somebody. Make somebody's day a better day, not a shittier day. Make somebody's day a better day, not vilify them or beat them down. Do good by people. So with that, everybody, go out there and do good. Enjoy the day. Brighten the world. Make it a better planet for people today and for our future generations. With that, I'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel, continuing with this, and I will catch you all on the flip. Peace.